Hey there boys and girls, Liqtech here and welcome back to another CSGO video. So today I want to give you guys some tips or best an explanation on shooting rhythms. Of course, this is somewhat of a beginner tutorial, so if you're already more advanced, you probably already know all of that. However, today, if you're a beginner, I will tell you at which ranges what kind of shooting style you should use. So I actually put up or set up my bots right here the way they actually would be in a real kind of Dust 2 scenario here at A long. So we start out with our longest range. So you see those two guys back here behind the barrels and behind the box. The first shooting style we're going to talk about is tapping. Tapping is basically just firing one aimed bullet like this and then waiting for the recoil to reset. It's especially useful if someone is hiding behind a box or behind cover like this here. So if he basically only shows his head, that's and especially at very long ranges. This is the situation where you basically want to tap. So again, if we try to hit this head right here, we just go like this and try to fire it like that. This is a very common tactic, especially if you're right here in pit. Of course, my teammates are kind of blocking everything, but you basically want to do it like this. Same goes for the guy back there. So we already got him. So only one single bullet, fire, move, and just do the stutter stepping. Our next range would be basically the 3 or 2 to 3 burst range. So why 2 to 3 bullets? Basically, if you see those 3 bullets, or better said, those were 2 bullets, 2 again, those were about, yes, 3. You see they're all very close together. So this means you can basically still use them to be somewhat effective even if someone is hiding behind cover. So if we again do this, you just do a little burst like that. It's basically 2 to 3 rounds that you're shooting at the enemy. So if someone would be there, you would just go like, okay, again here in the pit, and then just fire a couple of bullets like that. And once again, you would be able to kill Bot Laster. Our next range, again, is somewhat a little closer. This is the medium range. It's basically where you want to fire between 4 and 7 bullets. So those are basically the bullets that are going straight up. These ones. Actually, almost like the first 10, if you try to extend. But usually, if you're shooting 10 bullets, you should not need that much ammo, if you get what I mean. So it would basically just be like this, just drag it down. This is very important. This is actually the first time you will have to drag down. For the R2 methods, you don't really have to compensate much for recoil. You might want to aim a little bit lower at the neck area, but still, you don't have to drag down. However, for this range, you want to drag down and compensate for the recoil. So basically just doing it like this. Then you'll be able to kill the guy. So you see, he's quite bloody already. And if we do the same thing to our CT friend, same story. Of course, I hit him in the head first of all, which immediately killed him, but same thing applies. Our last range is basically our spraying range. This usually comes in handy when there are multiple people or enemies rushing you. For example, if we would go over to, again, be right here, and they're all rushing out here, and you're just trying to hold them down and spray at them and just try to kill them like that. That's a situation where spraying is very helpful. Also, just in general, if a target is very close to you, spraying is basically always the best way to go. So in order to spray, you want to kind of learn the spray pattern. So you want to know the first 10 bullets and maybe the next 5 or so that your spray pattern is somewhat close. I'm not the best at spraying, as you can see, but it works. So again, if we have our target right here, you just basically do it like if it's that close range, just fire and spray. Those were like 16, 15 bullets now. Usually, for one person, you do not want to go over something like 15 at all. Like, I think 4 bullets should be enough, if I remember it correctly. So try to keep it something like 10 or 12 if you're bursting. So you have enough bullets left to actually fire at someone and then switch over to the next guy and kill him. So again, we won the round, which is pretty good, I guess, even if we're just bots. But those are the shooting ranges and the shooting styles that you want to use for the certain shooting rhythms, if you get what I mean. But yeah, I think this pretty much wraps it up for this video. I know this was pretty basic, pretty beginner, so most of you guys already know it, but I think, or better said figured, some of you are still new to the game and something like this, especially if we compare it to a real scenario, because if you try to get A long and you jump down to pit, those are usually ranges that you usually will encounter enemies, so I try to set it up in a real scenario so that you guys will benefit even more from it. But yeah, if you liked the video, please subscribe so you won't miss any future videos like this or CSGO tutorials, so we can tap the guys back there. But thanks for now, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and Lucky Skull Faker out.